EU final decision, Keir Starmer forced to resign, the scandal that changed everything. In a political landscape already rife with turmoil, the shocking resignation of Keir Starmer has sent shockwaves across the United Kingdom. This unprecedented decision, catalyzed by a controversial EU ruling, marks not just the end of Starmer's leadership but signals a seismic shift in British politics. It is a betrayal that many will not forget, a moment that could redefine the Labour Party and the nation itself. Starmer's resignation is not merely a personal failure. It embodies a broader crisis of leadership in a time of chaos. Critics argue that his handling of the ongoing fallout from Brexit has been nothing short of disastrous. Once seen as a beacon of hope, Starmer's tenure has now been tainted by a series of missteps that culminated in this scandal. The EU's final decision, which many view as a slap in the face to British sovereignty, has left Starmer cornered, unable to reconcile the conflicting demands of his party and the electorate. The implications of this event are profound. As the nation grapples with the consequences of Brexit, a democratic vote that was supposed to empower the people, Starmer's leadership has been scrutinized under a harsh spotlight. The Labour leader, once heralded as a powerful advocate for progressive values, now stands accused of failing to champion the very principles that brought him to power. This is not just a political scandal, it is a narrative of betrayal that will resonate for generations. In the wake of Starmer's resignation, the political arena is buzzing with speculation. Who will step into the void left by this controversial figure? Many fear that the vacuum could lead to an even more divisive leadership battle within the Labour Party, potentially paving the way for a far-right resurgence. Analysts warn that the country stands at a crossroads, and the choices made in the coming weeks will shape the future of British democracy. Historical parallels abound. Just as the 2016 Brexit vote ignited fierce debates over national identity and governance, Starmer's downfall could ignite a similar struggle within the Labour Party. The powerful figures who now seek to fill the leadership gap are not just politicians, they are symbols of a broader ideological battle. Will they uphold the commitments to social justice and equality that many constituents demand, or will they succumb to the pressures of populism and nationalism? Public sentiment is palpable. Many fear that the British people will not forgive what they see as a betrayal of their trust. The once united Labour Party now faces the threat of fragmentation, as factions vie for control and direction. This internal strife could weaken the party's ability to mount a cohesive challenge to the Conservative government, which remains firmly entrenched in its power. As the dust settles, the narrative continues to evolve. Critics argue that this scandal is indicative of a larger malaise affecting the political elite, a disconnect from the everyday realities faced by ordinary citizens. The fight for the soul of the Labour Party is underway, and it is a struggle that will demand the attention of the entire nation. The stakes could not be higher. This moment could mark a new era of influence, where the direction of the UK is determined not just by political leaders but by the collective voice of its people. The urgency of the situation cannot be overstated. The future of the Labour Party, and indeed, the very fabric of British society, hangs in the balance. In conclusion, we stand on the precipice of change. As the dust settles around Starmer's resignation, it is imperative that citizens engage in the political process. Like, subscribe, and join the growing community that seeks to hold our leaders accountable. This is a call to action for all who believe in a fair, democratic society. The battle for the future of the UK has just begun, and it is one that we must all be part of. The time for complacency is over, the British people will demand change, and we must rise to meet that challenge.